1940s, during the height of dramatic radio, I was a busy young actress. I performed on many shows, including various roles opposite Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce on the new adventures of Sherlock Holmes. This is Peggy Webber. I'd like to tell you a little about those golden days of radio. One of the first things that I feel I should say is that I owe my being a member of AFRA, which is now AFTRA, to Edna Best, who heard an audition that I did at CBS when I was 16 years old, and about 2 weeks later, I had a call from Edna Best, and she said she had heard this audition, and she asked me to come and do the Sherlock Holmes show. So I rushed over to AFRA, which it was in those days, and got my membership to the Network Actors Guild. And I was absolutely in seventh heaven because I was going to be locked up all day long with Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce in a room, and I could not believe it, that I was really going to work with these wonderful people. So that was the beginning of my radio career, my network radio career. From the minute I went into the studio with Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce, and we were cooped up from 10 o'clock until about 6 o'clock. We had a break for lunch, but sometimes people didn't even leave. I noticed that Nigel Bruce and Basil Rathbone would often eat right there in the studio. And then, of course, we had broadcasts to New York and to the West Coast. But from the minute I got in the studio, they were constantly teasing each other, and they both had tremendous senses of humor. And on the air, Nigel Bruce would add all kinds of extraneous noises while Sherlock Holmes would be revealing the denouement of the story. And he would just be having the greatest fun making all these little noises, these gurgles and burbles and things. And at the end, when the broadcast was over to the east, Basil Rathbone would look daggers at him and say, "Are you satisfied?" Because he was doing everything he could to throw the scene, And they had this great sense of humor about it. They just loved to see how...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?